Sorry guys, I am officially live today. Yesterday, I came up with a thing yesterday and I'm just like, well, I'm gonna restart this over today. So, for those of you, I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves here watching on the beautiful, Twitch and YouTube. Remember, if you guys are watching on Twitch, it is always going to be live a day in advance, of course, a day early for those of you who are watching on YouTube. So it'll be a day early on Twitch for this. Now, we have something new that I wanted to share with you guys, some news and some things going on in the happening in the know-how. I will be doing this. I think I'm going to be changing the way that I do it. I was going to do it on Saturdays. I think I'm now going to pick it up on Wednesdays and do it for about an hour. So I just wanted to let you guys know that for any of you, yes, I am wearing a winter coat in the middle of dead of summer. That is because I am wearing it because I want to, not because of that. Now, it's summertime, guys. I feel bad for those who are receiving high heat, in the beautiful places down in like Texas and places like that in the United States and Europe. It is becoming to a point that we're getting 111 degrees yesterday. Now, if for those of you who aren't watching this, this is actually the 19th that this is being live done. But it's on the 18th. A lot of these people, it's seeing record-breaking heat. We're seeing dust storms. We're seeing a dust storm happening in Phoenix, Arizona. You know, we're seeing things in Canada with wildfires going on and the smoke going on. You know, yesterday we got severe thunderstorms where I was. You know, climate change, guys, is a real thing, but it is not the way that people think it is. People think that climate change is happening because of the nature of the world warming because of us humans. Part of that is true, but the other part of it is that all of these disasters are getting further and further away from the actual thing that's going on. All of these natural disasters are part of God's plan and God's decision for things to come. For those of you who don't know, I don't talk about religion very much, but that is one thing that you guys need to pay closer attention. That none of this is that it's part of the second coming. It's part of we're gonna have rumors of wars and wars and rumors of wars. We're gonna have, you know, natural disasters. We're gonna have plagues, and there's gonna be lots of things that's gonna continue to keep happening. And I just wanted to let you guys know that with what's going on, I feel bad for all the wildfire people who are having to experience the smoke out in the east, with also on top of the flooding. We're seeing things an astronomical change this year compared to last year. You know, last year I don't think I heard anything a lot about this except for maybe a little bit, but California was seeing floods earlier this year. And you see, last year the Great Plains, the South Dakota area, had a big derecho twice. That actually was really bad enough that it locked out my power and I couldn't go to work. And you know, I don't go to work if I don't have power, because I can't get a lot of that done. Getting things done. But natural disasters, guys, it's happening. It's happening more extensively every day. More and more as we go and travel through things. You know, the more times that we spend playing video games or spending more time playing, doing a lot of these things, it's just going to be that we have to be ready and be paying attention to some of the political stuff that's going on. Not saying that you have to go and spend hours and hours on end studying political things, studying climate change, studying all this. You just need to know and be prepared that some of these things that we are getting, you do need to know about it. Now, yes, where I live right now, it is pretty much non-existent for weather. Hold on. It is non-existent here. Let me gather my phone. Um, because we got a lot of things coming in today. Um, for that, let me go down here to check my local weather app. One of my local weather apps. In today's weather, guys, the weather is changing dramatically. Um, Guys, it is 84 degrees outside. Currently where I'm at. I'm not gonna tell you exactly where I'm at, but me being in a coat and being 85 degrees. It's not because I am that way, but it's because I like this coat. I got this coat recently, and this water bottle recently from Whatnot. That's why I am wearing it today. Is because I am going to tell you, if you haven't gone on Whatnot and haven't experienced it, go to Whatnot and you guys can get bottles like this. You get a coat like this, um, and I want to preface this again that Whatnot. Just to let you know that if any of you sign up for using my code through Whatnot, um, you guys can get access to a $10 for your first purchase on new users only. I believe for your first purchase, um, for that nature. Um, and stuff. So that is what you will get in doing it. Now, this water bottle, you unscrew it like this, and you got yourself a drink. Now, um, so that's kind of something that's been new going on as well for this. Um, Now, there's a lot of things that are going out and going out along through the video gaming space. Um, a lot of you guys know Activision Blizzard kind of gone through, and we had the thing that's finally ending. It is finally ending after a while. I'm just glad that it is. I'm sad that it is, but I'm also glad that it is. The reason why I'm sad is because Activision Blizzard is getting bought by Microsoft, which I don't want it, but it's gonna happen anyway. Um, the other thing that I'm gonna let you guys know that with this going on, Nintendo's gonna get the Activision stuff. It seems for Call of Duty. Call of Duty seems like it's gonna be here on PlayStation for at least another 10 to 18 years. I've heard 10 years. I've heard 18 years. I've heard that, so I feel like that's going to be here for quite a little bit of time. Now, the other thing is, for any of you who don't know, that this deal is something to be pretentious about. Guitar Hero is going to come back. It seems like Guitar Hero could come back. It seems like the plans for that thing. I hope that Guitar Hero does come back in a sense that we do have access to it, but I want to make sure that, for some other things that are pretentious and things like this, Call of Duty. If you go back and look at the older titles from like the Xbox 360 titles of Call of Duty, they seem to have gotten some fixed updates and people are going back to playing those games. We have pretentious things going on. For those of you who don't know and where you guys can play some Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, I will probably do some video on that. Modern Warfare, the OG, where you guys can download and play Modern Warfare through dedicated servers and stuff. So If you guys are interested in that, remember, hit that like button, hit that beautiful subscribe on the YouTubes. Because I will have a video coming out to that later on. And if you're on YouTube, Twitch, I also have it coming out later as well. But for YouTube. So that's the exclusive. I do some exclusive YouTube content, but I do also have some exclusive content here on Twitch. And Twitch is primarily, mostly, I pretty much live almost every day, Monday through Friday, 3 to 5. And on the weekends, Saturday morning from about 1:30 to about 4 in the morning, and then in the evening from 9 from well from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. on Saturday, and then Sunday I go from 9 till 2 because of work and schedules for that reason. For a lot of other pretentious things that are going on with that's what I do, and I usually typically play Call of Duty with occasionally Final Fantasy or some older title in there because we're waiting for the next season. So, or we're waiting for some things to come out. Now, I also wanted to let you guys know that Call of Duty is one of the best franchises I have ever played. To be honest with you, I don't play World War II games from Call of Duty. Like, I've played Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 3. I've played Advanced Warfare. I mean, not that. I played World War II and Vanguard and World at War, and I'm not liking those titles, guys. I don't like them. Sorry, I was gonna sneeze there for a second. Um, the reason why I'm so thickly closed is because I wanted to show you guys, um, today, this coat, and I got this water bottle. Um, if you guys, if you find the thing going around through my Twitch thing, which comes out every so often, um, from Whatnot, this is why I'm thickly closed today, is because on Whatnot, if you guys use my code, you guys can get $10 towards Whatnot. No. At the moment, no, but I will eventually get warm and I will take it off eventually. But right now, no. But I'm doing it because I am Whatnot. You guys can get this code, or you guys can get this through Whatnot Auctions. Use the $10 gift card for that. You get a $10 for your first purchase. If you have not signed up for it, if you already signed up, unfortunately you won't be able to get the $10. I tried doing that with one of my favorite things, which I got. This water bottle is from Doll's Kill, as well as this Bratz coat as well. But I got it through their Whatnot live stream. So if you are thinking about that, that is what you will receive. And I know I am not sponsored by any means through Whatnot. It's just a link that you guys can use to get $10 towards your first purchase, and I get $10. That's the only difference there. But I do use Whatnot. I was yesterday getting into Whatnot and doing the doing Dolls Kill live stream yesterday for some shoes. Couldn't get anything, didn't see anything that I really wanted. So it's kind of something that when you're going through and you look at things, you don't have to do fashion on Whatnot through like your mobile phone, or wherever you can access Whatnot. But I wanted to let you guys know that you can get Magic the Gathering cards, you can get video games, shoes, you can get men's, women's clothes, you can get collectibles, toys, things like that. A whole host of variety of stuff through Whatnot. That's why I am wearing this for today. As you can see, get $10 for your next purchase. No, that is actually $10 for your first purchase through Whatnot. By that means. So that's why I'm wearing this today, for that reason. And So no, I am not hot yet, but I will eventually get hot, and I do, and I will probably take it off. But that's just because I'm wearing it to show you guys whatnot, and for that reason. Um, Now, for those of you with the updated thing, we will get into talking about the new Call of Duty Pro Pack. What is Whatnot? Here, let me show you guys what Whatnot is. Um, let me go over here. Let's go. Um, okay. Okay. I need to switch this over here so you guys can kind of see. Oh, nice glass. Um, here's what is Whatnot. So when I go to type in Whatnot, you go to www.whatnot.com, or you can download it on your phone. These are things, for example, Whatnot, like you can do like women's commentary, vintage clothing, Magic the Gathering, like trading card games, sneakers, streetwear, pretty much what I typically use it for. Um, you can do it for like electronic devices, handbags, coins and money, um, and things like that. Um, let's go. Let's just say, um, let's use this as an example. Let's say we go to, how can I do this? Let's just go with Magic the Gathering. Let's just click on a stream for Magic the Gathering. And you basically come down here and you can say, let's just click on this, is pretty much a stream where guys might be opening packs, or auctioning off packs and things like that. You can get giveaways, buy it now, auction, like there's giveaways you can get and receive giveaways. Sold stuff is there, purchased tips. That's just one of the many things. You can also, if I say, let's go to my favorite store, Dolls Kill. They're the one that I actually trust because they are an actual company that truly is selling things. But you can set up your own, become a seller as well. The next upcoming live stream is this here. For the Dolls Kill, and you do get auctions off items. So, like for example, like this coat, I spent $131 for this coat and this water bottle, and you get access to a lot of things like that for it. And you do auction things off. Sometimes they will start at like $1. Thank you. I got my things a little bit mixed up there for a moment, but that is Whatnot. Whatnot, you get access to things like that. Auction off items like that people see. They get shipped to your door through the auctions. I would be a little bit. It's kind of like eBay, except for live streaming. And that you can get things like that. That is pretty much Whatnot. Whatnot is a thing. They do even the phone version of Whatnot. I even have the phone version of Whatnot through here. And as you can see, I follow Dolls Kill. Pretty much, that's the one I follow. And for that, like let's say I wanted to go through my whoops, don't need the thing, purchases, and as you guys can kind of see, I did only have one item purchased, but that is only because I have only followed Dolls Kill because I actually love that company. I have shelled out for this company before, not for money, but I have done it because I pretty much love their company, and I have done many things where I have bought stuff from them, like Why Are You shoes. from YRU, but I knew about them from Doll's Kill in the first place. Those shoes right there, in the very, those pink shoes in the very back there, were bought from Doll's Kill, and a rainbow and some couple of pair other shoes. So I have bought and stuff from them, and that's kind of, yes, that's why I can trust Whatnot not in using some of those things. So that's why I use Whatnot. Content creators use this sometimes, other places and things like that for Whatnot. Um, Now, there is a couple of other things that came out today. I wanted to actually let you guys know that today, in Call of Duty, there is a new pro pack. We will get into that here in about 15-20 minutes. For that, that is something that I will show you guys for it. But there is a lot of other things out there, that today, like I said, I feel bad for those people who are receiving 111 degrees out there, because that was from the 18th, by the way, from one of the streams one of the NBC News and stuff. Um, and it's 84 where I'm at, so it's kind of like I feel bad for a lot of these people that have to experience the Canadian wildfires. You know, one of my favorite streamers, um, actually not really a favorite streamer, but more of one of the streamers that Glass likes to always talk about here. Um, Seabass Plays. He was in the part of the natural wildfire stuff up there. It's happening up there across all of Canada. It's a wildfire season up there for them, and it's getting bigger and bigger every year. It's even happening with Linus Media Group, who is also a Canadian company, also is experiencing this up there as well. And they live on both opposite sides of the country, up there in Canada. So it's nothing to squaffle at. Like, it's bad, for that in sense of the world and world things like that. But there is some of the things that are going on in this world right now. If you're in the United States, probably most of you probably don't know what's going on right now if you aren't in the United States. Right now, Trump, who, to be honest with you, I voted for him the first time. I voted for him the second time. A lot of you guys would probably say that why would I vote for him? I'm not going to vote for him again. And the biggest reason for that is because of how he handled the leaving office, and how he handled January 6th, and how he handled all these things. That's the only reason, and I've said this before, that right now I'm a Democrat because I want a certain person in office over Biden, and that's Marianne Williamson. Anybody who says any otherwise is any different, but I don't usually get talking a lot about political things, except for that Trump could potentially get a third indictment any day now for the crimes that he has done in a lot of these things. And a lot of you may say that, oh, I'm a Trump supporter. No, I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a Biden supporter. Anybody who says that I'm anything of it. To be honest with you, if I had to vote somebody, if voting for somebody, to be honest with you, going from the very bottom of the totem pole right now, I would put Robert F. Kennedy below even Biden, Trump, Ron DeSantis, because Ron DeSantis comes right after that, then Trump, in voting succession, and then I would include Biden, then Marianne Williamson, and those are the people who I would. And then any other politicians that I did mention, if I would probably say there's Chris Christie, I'd even vote Chris Christie over Trump. I would even vote for some of these Republicans that are running over, like Senator Tim Scott. I'd vote for him as well over any of these other political nutcases. I would not vote for Ron DeSantis. I would not vote for Trump again because of the way he handled January 6th. But anyway, I am technically, a lot of things are going on with that. But um, there's a lot of things going on in not only political realm, but like I said, there was Call of Duty. You know, we had that recent thing with Call of Duty. It looks like the only thing that's being held back right now is the CMA, which is not the American, it's the UK. But I'm pretty sure most likely it's going to go through them as well now because they saw the FTC go through and they're like, well, okay, Activision, well, they're going to get it anyways. So I'm not going into that. I've already gone into that earlier. Um, but uh, there's a lot of video game content that I've actually, looking at Final Fantasy 16, guys, that game that I really played before, it's gotten at least 3 million people already playing Final Fantasy 16. And that's a game that I actually kind of like a little bit on it. It's not like something I would get myself into. And Final Fantasy 16 not only does it have that 3 million user base, but the PlayStation 5, um, that is kind of one of the things that has really given me a lot of things where not a lot of people are going to buy Final Fantasy 16 because they're hoping it comes to PC. And, to be honest with you, I'm always going to buy Final Fantasy on PlayStation over any other system. Because, to be honest with you, I've played Final Fantasy since first grade. Since I was actually, since Final Fantasy 7. Okay, since Final Fantasy 7 and 8 were released. I don't remember exactly which two, but I know it was right in the PlayStation 1 era. And I've been playing Final Fantasy ever since. And so, Final Fantasy 16 is just one of those games that it's really it's really not a bad game, per se, but it's not one of the greatest games. And I just haven't gotten back to it lately because of a couple of things, because of Call of Duty, and a lot of things going on with Call of Duty, and saying the boys, the V stuff, and Call of Duty is just really kind of taking up more of my time because Call of Duty is better than Final Fantasy, and I'm just going to admit it right now. Um, in that. Now the Pro Pack, guys, is something that when you go in and you kind of are getting, I shouldn't say Pro Pack. What am I doing? But when you guys take a look at things, not only that, there is a lot of political, not political. There's a lot of games that are kind of seeming that we're seeing that not Final Fantasy, but the next Nintendo Switch, and it seems like that the next Nintendo Switch is going to happen, because, because of Microsoft and the way that they touted that they're saying they're going to try to get it on this system, the latest Switch, and then the next Switch as well. And we kind of are seeing that a lot of people have been speculating this for days now, years even, that the next Nintendo Switch is going to be out. People have been saying it's going to come out next year. It could come out, they're going to announce it this year. It's going to come out like in March, or like they did with the Switch, or they're going to wait until next year and say that it's coming out then. I highly doubt that Nintendo Switch is going to come out next year. I'm just saying that because the only reason why I'm highly doubting that it's going to come out next year, I think it's going to come out and be announced next year, but it's going to come out in March of next year of 2025. And to be honest with you, that's the only thing that I'm going to say. That. I'm also pretty sure that they're coming out with a new PlayStation 5, a PlayStation 5 Slim model, which is going to, it seems like that they're going to remove the disk drive and put that as a separate add-on to buy for the PlayStation 5, which is not something I would definitely go for, because I already got the PS5 here, and it's like, why would I want to go for a system that's going to get rid of that in any shape or form? And it's kind of like that thing that when you look at PlayStation 5, like, if you already bought a system and there's not a computing performance upgrade to it, I'm not going to buy it. Okay? That's just the thing. You know, when um, when I built my PC, I built it with last gen components because I don't care about upgrades. I'm going to upgrade in 5 years. If I'm going to upgrade in 5 years, if I'm going to only upgrade if I have, if my computer breaks or anything like that. But if my computer can last 5 years, I'll upgrade then, because I'm not going to upgrade every freaking 10 years, every 20 years. I'm going to upgrade every year. You know, I'm making that conscious decision that I will upgrade every 5, because every conscious decision that you make, when you buy when you buy a computer that is last generation, well, is that game going to be able to run on last generation right now? Of course. So when you look at PC building, guys, don't go out and spend third don't go out and spend high end new generation components. Go out and buy young older generational components, because that's going to save you a little bit of some money, and it's more easier adoptable because it also does not have as much it's not the early adopter mentality that everybody gets. You buy the next AMD. I will be playing a game here in about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, um, to play. I'm gonna play some Call of Duty, guys. But uh, the thing is that when you look at video games and you say that you're gonna spend thousands of dollars on a $5,000 on a computer, you don't need to spend $5,000 on a computer to play video games. Spend maybe 2,000 building a computer, and you'll have a decent amount of time to run and play games. You don't have to have the fancy Call of Duty. You don't have to have the fancy games of yesterday, or the fancy technology that's gonna get you everywhere that you want. You know, it's not gonna be the biggest technology advancements in whatever. You know, these technology advancements are going out slower every year now than they have ever been. And so that's why you don't need to go out and spend big big bucks on it. Now, if you're looking to upgrade now from an older generation, and you have that mentality, like, say, oh, you're upgrading because you had like AMD 3600 or whatever, and you want to opt into a new generation AM5, go for it. Or you want to adopt into the mentality of buying a computer that is newer and that's going to early adoption, fine, go for it. It's your choice, it's your money, it's however you want to do it. But I wanted to let you guys know that I did not do that, because I already knew what I wanted at the time. I already knew that, hey, I'm going to slowly buy this over time. If parts are cheaper then, I'm not going to care. I'm going to spend on it because I chose to spend on the money. Now, for the one last thing I do want to let you guys know, um, before we do get into playing some Call of Duty today, is that with these things going on, with the sneaker community, for a lot of you guys, I am a big, huge fan of sneakers, and so I wanted to share with you guys a new sneakers that I'm actually kind of really looking forward to. Um, and I have to share this with you. Let me get the website. Let me get Adidas up, and let me go and type in XLG. I'm not showing you guys this. Hold on. Let me show you guys this. For this, the XLG, guys. This is one of my favorite brands of sneakers. I love Adidas. It's one of the brands that I actually have the most pairs of shoes from. Because I actually have they fit better on my feet. They feel a lot better. Um, but they have this new technology out. Let's look at a white pair of shoes here. These are a bold platform, like the one I have before. Like, you guys can check that out on my secondary channel, Gamingmadirocks. Um, but they go from it's like more of, it goes from like an inch platform down to like a flat form kind of thing, like a traditional shoes. So that's what the XLG is for the superstars, and this is something that um, I have actually had my eyes. I didn't have my eyes on, but I've been looking for a red pair of shoes to kind of match with a skirt that I have, and this will definitely go well with what I want for it anyway. You got it in various different colors. You got it in blue, green, um, in white, black, and then black, silver. In that respect. But that is in the men's section, by the way. And yes, I do typically only buy Adidas Superstars in men's sizing, or because they're men's sizing in general. So I just go with men or women on this um, for that. Now, in the women's section, by the way, they only have 3 different colors, and they're technically there they have the white, black in women's, which technically isn't really women's because I wear a size 7 in men's, and these are size 7s, to be honest with you. Um, and then these are the green side color, and then they also have it in this blue color, which is also another pair I would probably get is in this light blue, because I do have some, but I probably wouldn't get it in this because I don't have very much blue in my stuff anyway. But that is the news for this week, guys. I will be doing this every week for pretty much every Wednesday for about a half an hour to an hour for the week, for the previous week roundup, as well as anything new that comes out since then. For that, I will let you know any new sneaker releases of anything that I actually seen that I would really like myself. Um, and stuff like that. So, if you guys are interested in wanting to see a lot of the news and a lot of the things like that, I will be doing a lot better next week. I'm starting to slowly work on getting things for that mentality. Is I will be working on getting that done. Each week I will have better news. Do it better next week for the news. Remember, if you guys are watching on the beautiful YouTubes, remember, this will always come out Thursdays at 5 every Thursday, whereas every Wednesday you guys can catch me live playing things at about 3 o'clock from 3 to 3 o'clock every Wednesday for about half an hour to an hour. Today I did not have a lot of topics, but I did want to share with you guys that. If you are unfamiliar with Whatnot, you guys can also go check out my YouTube video on Whatnot here. I already showed you in this one, but you guys can check it out in a more detailed with the unboxing of this jacket and this bottle. You guys can check that out. You guys can also check out the other video here from a previous video from Call of Duty that I think you will like. And down here, you guys can also check out a video that YouTube kind of recommends for you. So yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you guys in the next one.